Okay, let's take a look at how to keep track of everything for advisory. So if you're in the advisory curriculum folder, you'll want to go to the curriculum specialist materials. And this has a lot of different forms and things like I mentioned before, but it also has the advisory inventory and it has the advisory vertical alignment. It also has the advisory training guide. So if you ever need to share this with teachers, feel free to do so, or not with teachers, other specialists, feel free to do so they understand how the curriculum works. So the vertical alignment spreadsheet contains basically each month how many lessons are in that month and what the lesson covers. So roughly it should have all of the learning targets. The color coding system here is to keep track of kind of where everything is at. So the red, anything highlighted in red is an essential skill lesson that's been developed. Anything in blue is a specific task or item or lesson that pertains to the senior project. And anything in green is now a Xello lesson. So sometimes these are lessons that we already had. Other times they are just lessons that are housed in Xello that are really good. So we're going to use those. So those are highlighted in green. If a lesson was moved to Xello, but we still have a paper version or traditional version of that lesson, I've still included that in the course guide. So if a school doesn't have Xello, they're still able to use the paper lesson. That being said, not every single Xello lesson has not every single Xello lesson has a thing that matches it on paper. So if a school doesn't have Xello, there will be some holes in the curriculum for them that would need to be addressed over the summer. So there's 4 columns, one for each grade. And you can go through by each month, again, color coded, just like the course guides. And then the theme for that month is listed at the top here. So this is how I've kept track of what we're doing in each grade, where potential holes are, and these roughly should match each of the things on the course guide. And then again, semester 2, same idea, same system, same color coding as the course guides. So this is kind of how you can keep track of where the holes are in the curriculum, or what lessons we have and how they kind of align throughout the grades. The inventory is essentially a to-do list of sorts. These locked tabs are from when we just started putting together all of the advisory curriculum. So I was inventorying literally everything I could find. These are locked. They were shared with people, but they don't really need to be revisited again. This was kind of the original build for each of those. Now for 7th and 8th grade, it shows which lessons have been created because those are being built. So these will look similar. So if a lesson has been checked off, then it's been created. If it hasn't been checked off, it has not been created. Look for comments. It'll tell you if targets have been verified or if they need to be verified with a team of teachers or by the specialist. 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th grade each have a to-do list. They're not too long, but there's thoughts over here that you'll want to consider. And then for each month, it lists lessons that are either needed. So if it's addressed, like a hole that we had in the curriculum, that a lesson that hasn't been made yet, those are all listed with what lesson it is and then what it focuses on. And there's a lot of blank space here because there's not a lot of lessons that need to be made. So don't be worried about the blank space. But this is where you can keep track of kind of your to-do list for the year of what needs to be done. And I'm developing that for all of the grades. So these are your best friend, again, located in the curriculum specialist materials folder.